Hi all, welcome to this rather late winter one to watch prediction video. I should have had this up earlier in the week, but just been kind of bogged down with everything. So because special links would be awesome, sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at @GIsALegend. All links down below for following the channel and social media links. As always, remember to hit that notification bell. It would be massively appreciated so you know when uploads are up on the channel. Obviously deadline days played a big part in this as well. So for what I'm roughly predicting, you may find obviously deadline day may get some late runners into the mix. So like Viviano's went from Sporting to Spal, Klein's went from Liverpool to Bournemouth, Pepe's Besiktas to Porto, Naldo is Schalke to Monaco, Muriel is Sevilla to Fiorentina, Iborra is Leicester to Villarreal, Gary Rodriguez Galatasaray to Al Ittihad. You also keep that in mind, same for Muriel. Ibai Gomez has went from Alves to Bilbao. He also has an inform, so keep that in mind. If he was to obviously get a second inform, it would be at Bilbao. Boateng is Sassuolo to Barca, which was a very odd transfer, but it is what it is. Balotelli is Nice to Marseille. Sanabria is Betis to Genoa, and obviously like Kiko Casilla, he has gone from Real Madrid to Leeds. Inui has went travelling across Spain as well. Inui is an interesting one because like, I think there's a lot of hype put into his transfer, and it didn't really say happen from this year. Like I genuinely would have thought like Inui, like a few of these guys like Inui for example, are like Inui's he was very hyped when it was at the World Cup and had a good run, and obviously went to Betis and not much just came from it. So for him to now go to Alaves, obviously he was at Eibar previously. Yilmaz, he's another one that's always seems to do quite well, and obviously he now plays back in the big teams as it were with Besiktas. But for me with Yilmaz, it's not the most exciting card. Bursa, obviously he's went from Chievo to Cagliari. Babel has went from, I was about to say Fulham to Besiktas, but Besiktas to Fulham. Can't believe I made that slip up nearly. Kuka, obviously some of these cards I'm suggesting at the same time aren't exactly going to be the most desirable cards. I will openly admit that. So for while I'm suggesting cards like Kuka, these cards might not necessarily be what to expect for foot swap. Like Kuka it's went to Parma, but Parma's having a fairly decent season, so you never know. Dembele's went from obviously Tottenham to Guangzhou RNF, so I'd assume that has a good chance. Morata has went on loan from Chelsea to Atletico. Higuain already has a one to watch card where he is obviously was at AC Milan, now he's went to Chelsea, so could that happen? I highly doubt it, but if anything was to happen, an inform would be given. Gelson Martin's same rules apply. He's went from Atletico to Monaco, so that will be interesting to see how they operate it. But in all honesty, ones to watch isn't even exciting when you've still got, you could factor in Cesc Fabregas, who's went to Monaco. You can consider Kagawa, who's went to Besiktas. Of all teams, I didn't expect him to go to Besiktas. I thought if they've got the financial troubles that they have, I'm surprised they were able to get Kagawa. Then you've got Michy Batshuayi, who's went to Crystal Palace. That could be one that may happen. Almiron to Newcastle United, that might happen due to him being the record transfer for Newcastle. Budabus to Celta Vigo, that could be another one. For example, Yuri Tielemans or Denis Suarez, they've both went to Leicester and Arsenal respectively. But for me, the winter one to watch I don't think could be as exciting as it could be, and I think that's kind of why headliners happened. Now winter ones to watch could still happen, there is no guarantee that it will, but I think because it's went a bit flat and a lot of people won't really want these cards, like a lot of these will be not even SBC fodder, it's just like cards that will just be discard they'll sit in your club, they'll do not very much. Like, people may... You've also got to factor in cards like Dembele. With the Chinese Super League, still a little while to wait. But saying that, cards like Defoe, Gary Rodriguez, for example, if these cards were to get winter ones to watch, like Gary Rodriguez could be the type of player that could run riot in the Saudi League and do like a Janini where he suddenly gets like 2 or 3 informs, and the 82 that you see on the screen, it's of a first inform. You could suddenly have like 3 informs in the league, go at like an 87 rated card, and suddenly be very, very appealing. But there's no guarantee of that happening. Like, the folk could run riot in the league, but with Morelos, for example, that's not exactly a given either. So this type of winter ones to watch may happen, it may not. That's maybe why quite a few of these players have already got transferred cards, whereas some haven't. So it will definitely be interesting to see how this plays over the next week or so. Hopefully you find this useful. As always, folks, as I say, it's just very, very late, but smash likes always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at @GIsLegend. Take it easy all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.